Hello there Carpologists, I'm Dan and today we are taking a look at the new Atom Plus from Aqua. As the name would suggest, the Atom Plus, it is a larger version of the original Aqua Atom. However, it's not only larger in size, there's quite a few other improvements they've made to it as well. This new plus size weighs in at just 6.3 kilos for the bivvy itself. Personally, I really liked the size of the original Aqua Atom and I still do. You know, I don't take loads of kit, perfect for me, but clearly there was a few guys out there that loved the concept of the original Atom, you know, just two main ribs, folds away ridiculously small. I think it's about 2.5 feet in length by 21 centimeters in diameter, so it's absolutely tiny. Obviously, if you're going to carry the heavy duty ground sheet, you know, storm pole, so you can hold the front door up and the overwrap, then obviously the weight is going to increase with the more items that you take for it. But I think most of you guys would probably be using just the bivvy itself, and like I said, 6.3 kilos, so you know, you could carry that on top of a rucksack very, very easily. Or if you're using a barrow, then you know, you wouldn't even notice that it was on there. And the material that the bivvy is made from is the much loved Aqua Atom material. It's such a hard wearing yet versatile material. It's perfect for guys like me that throw their kit in and out of cars and vans all the time. I very rarely put any bivvies or brollies back in their carry bags, and I'm yet to damage an Aqua Atom material. So not only is it extremely hard wearing and very reliable, but it looks awesome too. The Aqua Atom material is a nice dark shade of green, and then all the pegging points, the elasticated loops and the zips are all black. One of the key points for me on the Atom is the massive front door. Because it is a small compact shelter, if you had a standard width door on here, when you laid down on your bed, you wouldn't be able to see much of the water, you'd be very restricted, but they've got a really, really wide door on here, so it's brilliant. It's also got a twin zipped front door, which came in very, very handy for me yesterday when we had quite a bad thunderstorm come through. I'm currently set up on a wooden platform out on the lake, and I was right in the teeth of it. You know, the wind and driving rain was coming right into my face, but I'm one of those people that I feel like I'm in a prison cell unless I can see everything that's going on. So it was very handy for me to be able to sit on the bed, and all I done was I dropped the top of the door from the inside 8 to 10 inches and I could see everything that was going on. Front door also consists of a mozzie mesh inner window, so you can roll up the outer skin and have a lovely carpy sort of black mosquito window sat behind there, and it is also provided with a solid PVC door. Moving on around the back of the bivvy, there is a large air vent or mozzie mesh window, call it what you will, but that came in very handy on the first couple of days of this week when it was 28, 29 degrees and it was absolutely sweltering in the sun. Like I said, I'm out on a wooden platform, I've got no shade, no trees around this side of the lake whatsoever, so it was awesome being able to open up the air vent on the back of the shelter and let a breeze blow through the middle of the bivvy, because I think without that it would have been unbearable. There are also 2 tension bars provided with the bivvy, so if you're expecting a bit of heavy wind or just want to get the Atom set up absolutely rock solid, the addition of those will just help with keeping everything rigid. And as for space on the inside of the Atom Plus, there is plenty of room for you and all of your kit. I'm currently doing a 7-day session down in the south of France. Everyone else on the lake's using 2-man bivvies with peaks and winter skins over the top. I've used the Atom and there is loads of room. I've got 2 food bags in here, I've got my main rucksack, I've got all my spare tackle and clothes stored behind the bed, camera bags under the bed, and then on the outside I've got all my buckets of bait. So plenty of room. Most of you guys are going to be using this for 24, 48 hours, maybe 3 or 4 nights even, but there's plenty of room for you and all your kit. The Atom Plus is the perfect all-round size bivvy in my eyes. I have previously owned an M3 from Aqua and I found that I wasn't using a lot of that space inside. So to save myself some weight on carrying it around, I sold that. I bought an Atom, but then I found it was lovely and cozy. I do like the small size of it, but I was having to tuck all my kit underneath the bed chair just to keep it out of the elements. However, the Atom Plus fits perfectly in the middle between those two, and you can keep your kit sensibly and safely out of the elements. You know, it all still sits in front of the bed chair, or you can pull your bed chair forward and have your kit sat behind the rear if you prefer, but it is the perfect all-round size bivvy. There is also a wrap available separately, and I put this on the bivvy last night just before we had a thunderstorm come in, just to give myself that little bit of added protection, keep my bait bags and buckets and everything that I wanted stored outside of the shelter dry as well, and that worked perfectly. It's given me sort of 18 inches of space between the 2 skins to store my buckets and bait and whatnot, and also having the 2 layers of material over the top of you makes things extremely cozy. It goes jet black inside, also cuts out quite a bit of sound. Being a very light sleeper, it was really nice to get a good solid night's sleep. Quite often it's the littlest things that make the biggest differences, and for me it's the way that the front door is secured into place. Up until now, all doors used to roll up and then be secured in place by a traditional buckle and clasp, and that used to hang down sort of 2 or 3 inches right here, right in front of your eyes when you sat on the bed chair. But now the way Aqua have redesigned it is so that a strap sort of folds up around the front of the shelter and clips on top onto the front rib, and it holds that rolled up door completely out of sight, meaning you can sit on the bed comfortably without arcing your back and you can see everything in front of you. So the Atom Plus has a recommended retail price of $379.99. So if you are in need of a new bivvy or just looking to upgrade your current one, I strongly suggest getting down to your local stockist and taking a closer look at one of these in person. I promise you won't be disappointed. Failing that, have a look at the aquaproducts.co.uk website. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.